A question I'm always asked is, what's the difference between dieting and the Slimpod program? And one of the answers I give is that you don't need willpower when you choose the Slimpod way of losing weight. Hello, I'm Sandra Roycroft Davis. I'm the creator of the Slimpod program and a Harley Street weight loss specialist. If you've ever tried to lose weight, you'll know that willpower's the thing you usually rely on most when we start a new diet. And it's also the thing that lets you down the most. And it's because willpower runs out of power really quickly. Another name for willpower is self-control. And the problem is that self-control requires conscious thought and constant effort. And as you probably already know, it can actually be self-defeating. You see, willpower is like a muscle. When it's used over and over again, it becomes harder and harder to keep going. If you've ever done weights in the gym, you'll know exactly what I mean. And this is why so many people fall off the wagon after a few weeks on a diet, because they constantly have to use willpower to help them resist the food they love but aren't allowed to have. And this means sticking to diets and eating plans becomes very hard. So are you like so many of the people that I speak to every day? Are you a yo-yo dieter who has struggled with your weight for so long that you believe losing weight is an impossible task because you have no willpower? Let me tell you right now that that limiting belief is really holding you back, because it is possible to lose weight without willpower. And shortly, I'm going to tell you how you can do it. Before that, let's dig a little deeper into what happens when you use self-control or willpower to stop yourself eating unhealthy food. Firstly, depriving yourself of a particular food means your brain automatically desires it more. Secondly, we all know it's hard to be controlled around food because our environment is really not set up to help us lose weight. There are unhealthy food temptations everywhere. It's estimated that people unconsciously think about food around 200 times a day. And so you can easily see how your willpower battery gets drained. So how do you get around the willpower problem? Bypassing conscious self-control is the absolute key. And that means enlisting the support of your subconscious, your automatic brain. Because once that part of your brain is on your side, there's no need for willpower. Most of what you do every day is automatic, like driving your car or putting one foot in front of the other to walk. You had to learn how to do those things, but once you'd done them a few times, you no longer had to think about them. They just became part of your day-to-day life. It's the same with eating. If you've eaten unhealthily for years, the habit becomes ingrained and very difficult to change because it's now your subconscious that's running your eating habits. So when you use willpower to try to change an ingrained behaviour like eating, it takes time and effort, and this is where people fail because it's just too hard to do it consistently. However, our system is very different. During the 12-week Slimpod program, we use a clinically proven neuroscience technique to bypass the conscious mind and make changes to your eating habits at the subconscious level. You'll notice yourself being nudged to eat healthy food, and you won't have to use willpower or put any effort into it whatsoever. It changes your eating habits automatically. You'll also notice you begin to ignore the unhealthy stuff as you lose the desire for sweets and cakes. And here's the good bit. As you lose the desire for sweet stuff, you'll find you have no cravings. You won't need to resist anything, and therefore there's no need for self-control. There's a link below where you can find out all about how to lose weight without willpower.